everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie. I'm so glad you're here. Today we are finally closing out my December 2023 budget and starting January 2024 budget. I'm gonna lump them into one video just because I'm a little behind and I don't want to extend this any longer than it has to be. So with the holidays and us sleep deprived parents and taking care of a 4-month-old, time just kind of slipped away. We Baby Scarlett started daycare at the beginning of the month full time, and it's been a little bit of an adjustment, dropping off, picking up, who's doing what, when. So finally, almost the middle of the month, and we're gonna start closing out December budget. So let's just get right into it. To save a little bit of time, I do have all of my numbers written down over here on the side. So these were all the budgeted numbers that we estimated at the beginning of the month. Now I'm going to fill in the actual numbers and we'll see where we ended up net wise. So H&H is my full-time job. I am a bi-weekly employee, and I had thought I was only going to make one paycheck this month, and I ended up doing much better. I didn't get any refunds, and then I transferred $2,000 from my emergency over because I thought I was only getting one paycheck. So, and then there was like a $2 ATM return fee that I got. So we made out much better. $58.50 was our income. All right, and then fixed expenses, that was all the same. Yeah. So we eat 50. Yep. Okay. So yeah, fixed expenses were the same as we suspected. Now variable expenses. Let's see, we only spent 23 there. Nothing there. Netflix was the same. Hulu was the same, and HBO was the same. Did not get any vitamins. Parking, I went a little bit over because one day I had to pay to go into a different lot. So I paid my monthly plus the one day. We did daycare. I did spend $400 on groceries. Household, I went a little bit over. Gas, I also went a little bit over. We had like a unplanned last minute trip that we took. I did, and then with the extra income I got, I did do some cash stuffing. So I have I had pulled money out for that, so that's over. Cats, I think same thing. Medical, I did have a medical expense. Amazon, which is always over. That one's so hard to budget. Do you guys budget for Amazon purchases, or do you just like throw in some kind of like miscellaneous number and hope for the best? Because it's really hard to budget. Baby, and then miscellaneous. So our total variable expenses, $29.60. Subtract our income from our expenses, and we are left with a net of $19.31. Perfect. That's exactly what I have in my planner. So that was a pretty good month. And since we have a zero-based budget and we have all this money left over, I did take $1,300 of it and I transferred it back into my emergency fund from when I took out the $2,000 earlier. So I still owe a little bit more there. And then the reason why I didn't put the full $1,900 was because I spent $600 on a new phone. So when we take the $19.31 and subtract those two, we're left with $31.20, which is very close. I'm not going to do anything with that $31.20. It can just stay there, but it's almost down to zero, and that's pretty good. We didn't go over budget, which is very exciting. So all in all, we had a pretty good end of the year. And then if I look over at my dashboard, it gives me a quick glance of what I'm at for the month. So we had more income come in than we spent, which was great. That was the $19.30 that we were over. However, for the total of 2023, I did spend more than I brought in. So I'm probably going to go back and do a yearly budget and just see where I overspent on things or where I can cut back, and then try to not go over on those in 2024. So a New Year's resolution, cut back in certain categories. All right, so I'm going to save this, close it out, and we're going to go over to, I made a whole new template for 2024. So let's jump into that and do our January budget. All right, so here is the new template that I started for 2024. We have the same dashboard tab. It's all blank. The budget report, expenditures and income, where I'll put all my transactions, starting with the January budget template. Then this was my paycheck breakdown, which I will put in on my first, I will put the amount for my first paycheck in January coming soon. And then these are all of my categories and subcategories for all the transactions. So let's go into January budget. And once again, I have all my numbers written down for a quick process. All right, so we are budgeting $38.54. I plan on getting 2 full paychecks this month. I am paid bi-weekly, so that's why I say 2. I don't anticipate any refunds, and I don't think I have anything miscellaneous that I need to get. So $38.54 is what our income's going to be. Now, I did revise my expenses instead of splitting up into fixed and variable, because the fixed was always going to be the same, and it was just like my mortgage and car insurance, and then the variable ones were just like my cash envelopes. I kind of just put everything together, and I added a couple of things as well. So I, instead of breaking down all of the mortgage and the utilities, I just put straight home. So I spent $800 on, $800 on home, and then cell phone is $50. So I spent $850 there. Daycare, so for the whole month it's $1,400. Now that might change, but I might not be able to pay that full amount. Zach might have to help me with that, but for January I'm going to try to pay the whole thing on myself. Car insurance, that is not estimated to change. Okay. Easy Pass, I don't plan on going anywhere in January, so I don't think I'm going to have an Easy Pass to fill out. Car taxes, no. Acorns is the next one. I usually always budget $30 there. And now I want to get back to investing in my stocks. So usually I would put $100 towards Robinhood, and I would do $1 a day for M1 Finance. So since there's 31 days in January, I would put 31. And we're going to see about that. If we're over budget, I'm probably not going to do the stock investing this month. Ooh, excuse me. All right. Subscriptions is usually, so I just put one line item for subscriptions rather than writing them all out. So that's Netflix, Hulu, and HBO, which go to my credit card and are paid off every month. So that's a total of $52.61. Vitamins, I get a subscription of prenatal vitamins that I'm taking, and that's $22.49. I do need to refill this month, so that should be coming out. Parking, $148.89 is the same every month, and that won't change. Gas, I plan to spend about $150. Groceries, I always budget $400, $200 per paycheck. Household, I usually budget $100, so $50 per paycheck. Scarlett is my 4-month-old, and I'd only put $100 here for the month. I feel like that's gonna need to be more, since we already did buy diapers, and diapers are pretty expensive in itself. So I'm gonna put $100, but that most likely will be over budget. Restaurants, budget $100. Entertainment is like if we go to the movies or buy a video game, budget $100. Cats, we gotta get cat food and litter. That's budget $150 every month. Medical, I like to just save up in case I have like something come up, a procedure, like I have to go see a specialist randomly this month. So I don't know what cost that'll be, so I always like to have a little bit of medical saved up. Amazon, I'm gonna budget $100, but I know I'm gonna be over. Miscellaneous, that's for anything that comes up that I don't think about, which there's always something. Holidays, I'm not gonna put anything. That's like a cash envelope. Birthdays, oh, my brother did have a birthday. I wonder if I put that under miscellaneous. I'm gonna throw $100 there because I did buy him a gift. And then taxes are $0. Okay. Alright, so we are over budget. Alright. So I'm gonna cut this back to $700. I'll just pay for 2 weeks. That leaves me with $200 left for the month. And I think that's okay. Should I increase something else? I'm gonna increase Scarlett to 200. And then I'm gonna increase Amazon to 150 and miscellaneous to 250. Okay, so about $10 left over. And then when I get my first paycheck, I will do the breakdown for you in another video. But that's what our budget's looking like for January, so let's see if we can stick to it. Alright, so that is the video closing out December. We started our January budget, and the next video to come out is going to be the first paycheck in January, which should be coming in a couple of days. So that's all for today. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!